always with HIIT, we're going to start with some fascia circles just to wake the body up nice and early in the morning. Get our little stretches going on. So we're going to start with the left leg, just circling through the ankle. Taking it in one direction and then taking it in the other direction. Excellent. And then moving into the knee. And then taking that in the other direction too. You can have your hands wherever's most comfortable, on your hips or at your heart center, by your sides, maybe holding on to something. Then going into the hip. So today's class is predominantly based on variations of warrior, changing our perspective from one position in warrior to another, and then take those circles in the other direction. Good stuff. My body feels tired this morning. I don't know about you guys. Right, let's switch to the other side and start with the ankle. Maybe it's this wet and windy weather. And then take that in the other direction. Then moving into the knee. And take that the other way. And then moving into the hip. And then bring that in the other direction. Excellent, and bringing both feet down to the floor, circle through both hips. Good. Really swinging the hips backwards and forwards. Ooh, bit popcorn. Creaking and cracking this morning. And then take those in the other direction. And then bringing the hips to stillness, try and circle through the ribs, taking the rib cage around in circles, trying to keep the hips and the shoulders as still as possible. Really getting that movement to come from the center of the spine. And then take that in the other direction. Brilliant stuff. Couple more. And then we'll circle into the shoulders, squishing them up to the ears and rolling them down the back. And then reversing the direction of those circles, squeezing the shoulder blades together and then rolling the shoulders forwards. Brilliant. And then into the wrists. Great big circles one way. And then the other way. And into the elbows. And the other way. Nearly done, getting there. Then into the shoulders, really big circles this time, really getting into the edges of the range of motion of the shoulder. Really reaching the hands back as you go back. And then swinging the arms forwards. Excellent. And then bringing the hands down by the sides, take the left ear towards the left shoulder. 2 really deep breaths here. Then drop the shoulder, the chin down towards the shoulder and roll the head around the front as you scrape the chin around the collarbones. Then when you come to the other side, take the ear towards the shoulder again and have 2 deep breaths, really relaxing the left shoulder down, stretching out down the side of the neck. Then take the chin back towards the shoulder, scrape it all the way around the sides, back to the other side, and then come up to center, chin parallel to the floor. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center, exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale through center, exhale left. Inhale through center, exhale right. Come back to center, drop the chin to the chest, interlace the fingers and cup the back of the skull in your hands. Really tuck your chin in as close to your neck as you can and then press your head up into your hands and press your hands into your head. Good, and then let that one go. Coming to the tops of our mats. Nice big inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bending the knees, come down into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with the left leg, step back with the right leg. Bring the knees to the floor, bring the chest and the chin to the floor. Coming forwards into cobra. Exhale, back down to the mat, tuck the toes, take the hips back towards the heels, push up into our first down dog of the day. Then really pressing your hands into the mat. Pad one heel down to the floor, then pad the other heel down to the floor. Just moving gently from side to side. And then stretch your dog wherever it needs to be stretched. If you want to take your chest towards your knees, then do so. If you feel you need to wrap your shoulders more around to the sides, then wrap your shoulders around to the sides. If you need to get your elbows down to the floor and back up, then feel free to move wherever you want to. On your next big inhale, float the left leg up behind you and bring it forwards behind the left wrist. Then step the right leg forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up to the top, hands together, look up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, bending at the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lung back. Exhale, fold. Take the right leg back, take the left leg back to plank. Knees down, then the chest and the chin down, keeping the elbows close. Come through into cobra, nice big inhale, stretch the chest forwards. Exhale, back down to the mat, tuck the toes, take the hips back towards the heels and then push up into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here, wiggling your dog wherever it needs to be wiggled. Then inhale, float the right leg up behind you, step it forward behind the right wrist. Step the left leg forwards into forward fold and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Take the left leg back, drop the knee. Drop the hips and bring your hands to the front knee. Stretching out through the left hip flexor. Couple of breaths here. Then take the hips back, wiggle that foot forward so that you can stretch out the front leg and flex the toes up into runner's lunge, runner's stretch. Couple of breaths here. Keeping the back nice and long. The longer the back, the bigger the stretch. Flexing the toes up towards the face, keeping this front leg as straight as possible. Then bringing the foot back to the mat, take the weight back forward, tuck the back toes. Hands come down, lift the back knee. Keep the left hand on the inside of the front foot and then open up into twist with the right arm going up towards the ceiling. breath here. Then bring the elbow of the top hand to the front knee, twisting the whole body around, lifting up the left arm, stretch the left arm above the head and stretch out down the whole side of the left body. Then bringing the top arm back to the mat, bringing the right hand back to the mat, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or ramp it up now and come down through chaturanga into your cobra or your up dog. Stretching the chest forward as you inhale. As you exhale, make your way into downward facing dog. This time moving quite quickly, look forward, bend the knees, step or jump forwards into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Other side, inhale up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, long back, long neck. Exhale, fold. Right leg this time. Step it back, drop the knee, step the hands up to the front knee and take the hips forward and down, stretching out down the right hip flexor. Couple of breaths here. And scooting the hips back, wiggle that front foot forward if you need to, flex the foot. So the front foot is long, the front leg is long, the back is long, stretching the chest forwards and then down towards the knee, feeling that stretch in the back of the leg. Couple more breaths here. Keeping that foot flexed increases the stretch, straighter the leg, bigger the stretch. The longer the back, the bigger the stretch. Then grounding down through that front foot. Tuck the toes and lift the back knee. Keep the right hand grounded on the floor and on the inside of the front leg. Then open up into twist with the left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Couple of breaths here. Then bring the top arm to the front elbow and windmill the other arm around and up and over your head to stretch out down the right side of the body. Couple more breaths here. Excellent. Bring the hands back to frame the front foot, twist onto the toes of the back foot, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or come down through chaturanga, keeping those elbows in tight to the body, and then come forward into your cobra or your up dog. Nice big inhale as you stretch the chest forwards. On an exhale, make your way to downward dog. Bending the knees, looking forward, step or jump forwards to the top of the mat, landing lightly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. Let's get ready for HIIT. So, the first one we're going to do today, we haven't done for ages, down dog kicks. So I think you guys all know and love these ones. We're going to do 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and then we'll do 2 rounds of challenge, and I'll give you a choice of challenge when we get there. So to start with, you start in your downward facing dog. Head nice and relaxed. We inhale the knee in towards the chest, and as we exhale, we kick it up. Everything is coming from the kicking leg, but you're fine with the momentum that the other leg comes off the floor. So we'll do 3 with the right leg, 3 with the left leg, and then I'll give you 2 choices for challenge round. Everybody ready? Of course you are, born ready. Okay. Too much energy dancing this morning. We'll sing whip that out of you, don't you worry. Right, okay. Let's go. So, right leg first. Inhaling it in, kicking it up. Think about engaging the tummy muscles as you kick up. So, it makes it easier then to land lightly when you come back down. And Oh, first round done already. Have a rest. So really engage the core, really engage the shoulders when we're doing this. Really pushing the ground away. Round 2, let's go. Good. Keep moving. And rest. Got one more on this side. And then we'll move to the left leg. Really, let's go. Third round already. Go so quickly. So really kicking that leg up towards the ceiling. Pulling the tummy muscles in will give you more float time. Keep the breath moving. And rest. Okay, so we're going to move to the other leg now. So left leg for 3 rounds. Ready? Let's go. Real, press the floor away with the hands. Good, and rest. 2 more on this side. Let's go. Full body exercise, so obviously getting everything moving. And rest. 1 more. Then we can have our last 2 challenge rounds. Maybe scrunch the wrists out in between. Okay, let's go. Inhaling in, kicking up. Keep pulling those tummy muscles in. Good. And rest. Okay, challenge round. You can either do bunny hops or switch kicks, so Shakti kicks. Kick up, switch, come down. Whichever you fancy. Round 1. Remember to pull those tummy muscles in. It's going to make it a lot easier. And rest. Last round. Just designed to get your heart rate up, this one. Get us moving first thing. Last 20 seconds, you've totally got this. So bunny hops or Shakti kicks. Exhaling on the up as you pull your tummy muscles in. Oh, and rest. Calming down onto your mat, laying in Sphinx. First round done. Well done. Have some water if you need to. The next round is based on Warrior 1. Because a lot of that was on the wrists, no wrists for the next one. So as you have your rest, we've all done this one before. So we're in Warrior 1. You can have your arms up above your head, or at heart center, or on your hips, whatever feels best. Keeping the nice bend in the front leg. We dip the back knee down to the floor, then straighten the back leg out. Trying to get all the movement to come from the back leg. So if you notice yourself pushing up from the front leg, that makes it twice as easy. We keep the front leg bent. All the work comes from the back. We'll do 4 rounds on the left leg and right leg back, 4 rounds left leg back. So come to the tops of your mats to get ready. Excellent. And then stepping back with the right leg first. Ooh. So dipping that leg down, straightening it out. Dipping it down, straightening it out. Keep that front leg as still as possible. All the work coming from the rear leg. Good. And rest. So 3 more on this side. Okay, so coming down, straightening that back leg. Coming down, straightening that back leg. Your knee kisses the floor and then comes back up. Kisses the floor, come back up. Excellent. And rest. 2 down, 2 to go on that side. Okay, round 3. Kissing the floor, pushing that knee back. So really think about lengthening that back leg, stretching the heel down towards the floor. So the knee comes down, then you stretch it out, the heel goes away. Keep breathing. Excellent, and rest. 1 more on this side, then we can switch to the other side. Okay, get ready. Let's go. If you want to increase the intensity, arms up. Keep breathing. Almost there. Excellent. Oh. So we're going to switch to the other leg now for 4 rounds. Feel how it feels different this side to the other side. Kissing that knee down, stretching that left leg back. Excellent. 3 more to go. Get ready. Take the left leg back. Down it goes. Knee kisses the floor. Stretch the leg. Knee comes down. Stretch the leg. Keep the breath moving. Keeping that front leg as still as possible. Good. 2 more. Okay, next round, let's go. Just noticing while we're doing this whether one side's tighter than the other, or it's maybe easier to balance on one side than the other. Maybe one side burns more than the other. Good job. Okay, last round. So if you want to increase the intensity, arms up above the head for this one. Get ready. Let's go. Maybe a little bit faster if you can, but never losing the form of your pose or the quality of your movements. Halfway already. Keep breathing. Good. Oh, and rest. Okay, so the counter pose between this is a quad stretch. So you can either do your quad stretch standing, if that's how you like to do it, or you can do it coming down, bringing the knee up and pulling it in that way. It's entirely up to you, whichever way you do it. But just stretch out down the front of the quads. And then once you've had a few breaths on one side, switch it up, move it to the other side, and have a few breaths stretching out on that side. Okay, so the next round, It's another one based on Warrior One, but it's a much bigger movement, you'll be pleased to know. So no burning of the thighs. So for this one, we're doing Warrior One into pigeon. So we start in Warrior One, we come forwards, float the leg back up and through, come down into a pigeon tap, float the leg back up and through, and then bring it forwards, lift up to Warrior One. So it's like a Warrior One dance. So I'll show you that again. Warrior One, float forwards, float the leg back, come through into a pigeon tap, float the leg back, and then come all the way forwards, back up into Warrior One. Okay? Of course it's okay. So 4 on one leg, 4 on the other leg. Let's go. So, Warrior One, float it down, lift the leg up and through, forward into a pigeon tap, back up again, forwards, into Warrior One, back down, float, pigeon tap, float, and round one's done already. So this one's going to go quickly. Okay, so getting ready for round 2. Warrior One, float the leg up and through, pigeon tap, up, back, Warrior One, down, float the leg through, into pigeon, float it back up, come forwards, Warrior One, done. Good, 2 more of these on this side, then we'll switch to the other side. Getting ready, Warrior One, down, float the leg, pigeon tap, float the leg, forwards, Warrior One, down, float the leg, pigeon tap, float the leg, forwards, lift up into Warrior One, done. Whew. Good stuff. One more on this side. Warrior One, down, float the leg up, pigeon tap, really pull those tummy muscles in as you move through the movement. The tighter the tummy muscles, the easier it will be to lift the legs up and down. Whew. And done. Moving to the other side this time. So the right leg goes back. Whew. Okay. Warrior One, down we go, float the left leg through, pigeon tap, float it back up, forwards, into our Warrior One, down we go, lift the leg up, float it forwards, pigeon tap, back up, forwards, Warrior One, that round's done. Oh, brilliant stuff. Next round, let's go. Warrior One, float it down, float the leg up, pigeon tap, float the leg up, forwards, into Warrior One, back down, float, pigeon tap, pull the tummy muscles in, come forward. Oh, got 2 more rounds to go. Let's go. Warrior One, down, float, pigeon, float, forwards, Warrior One. Keep the breath moving. Nice noisy exhales. Last round, last 20 seconds of this one. Okay, get ready. Go. Warrior One, down, float, pigeon tap, pull the tummy muscles in, float. Warrior One, down, float, pull the tummy in, pigeon tap, float. Coming forwards, Warrior One. Well done. Come down to the middle of your mat into butterfly pose and just wave your butterfly wings. Have a drink of water if you need to. Squidge the wrists out a little bit if you'd like. Okay. And the last one is another warrior dance, but a different set of warriors. So stay in your butterflies, having a little rest, and I'll show you what we'll do. So this one, we start in warrior 2. Using the core, we flip back into reverse warrior, then we come forwards into basically a half moon. I did think about coming into warrior 3, but it's really difficult to balance. So we do reverse warrior, basically through a side angle into half moon. So warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, side angle, half moon. So we'll do obviously 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. You'll be pleased to know there's no challenge round on this, it's challenging enough. So starting at one end of your mats, we have the left foot facing forwards. We're going to go back with the right leg to start with. Okay, let's go. So warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, come forwards, half moon. Pull the tummy muscles in, float back, warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, come forwards, half moon. Always landing lightly when you come back to your warrior 2, rest. See, it's a nice, easy, dancey one for the last round. Okay, so let's go. Warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, come forwards, pull the tummy muscles in, half moon. Warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, forwards, half moon. Back to warrior 2, reverse, and rest. Round 2 done already. We're nearly there, guys, then we can lay on the floor and rest. Okay, round 3, warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, pull everything in, half moon, land lightly, warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, up into your half moon, pull the tummy muscles in, landing lightly, reverse, yeah, you guys have got this. And rest, that's that round done. One more on this side, then we'll switch to the other side. Okay, warrior, reverse, warrior 2, forwards, pull the tummy muscles in, half moon, gently landing, back in your warrior 2. Keep the breath moving. Really thinking about balance through this one. And we're done. Okay, so 4 rounds on the other side. I'm going to go this way so I can still see you. Ready? Okay, so warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, squeeze the muscles in, half moon, landing lightly, reverse, warrior 2, moving forwards, half moon, coming back, warrior 2. Yeah, it's a lovely one to finish on. Okay, we've got 3 more rounds on this side. Keeping the breath moving, keeping the body moving. Warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, pull everything in, half moon, landing lightly back in your warrior 2, reverse, warrior 2, half moon, warrior 2, reverse. That's another round done. 2 more to go. Try and find some ease in the movement in these last 2 rounds. So really flowing from your warriors to your reverse, to your warrior, to your half moon. Trying to find some easiness in the movements whilst you're breathing and moving and enjoying how that feels in your body. Legs are strong. You've done another round already. Okay, last 20 seconds. Moving with ease, moving confidently through these movements. Knowing that your legs are strong, your breath is strong, body is willing. You've nearly finished. Keep going. And you're done. Brilliant stuff. Well done. Okay, you can do whatever pose you want to stretch out from that last dance. So wherever your body feels it needs to stretch, that's what you do. So I'm going to do hip circles because that's where I feel I need it. But listen to your own bodies and do what your body feels it needs. Couple more breaths in whichever pose you've chosen. Good. Some happy babies, some butterflies, some figure 4 stretches, rocking through the hips. Lovely stuff. Okay, so whenever you're ready, come out of the pose that you're currently in. We'll move on to our backs if you're not there already. Arms down by our sides and the feet as wide as our yoga mat. And just windscreen wiper the legs from one side to the other. We've done lots of movements through the legs and the hips this morning, so just take some time to really try and relax the legs into this kind of movement. Just windscreen wipering gently from one side to the other. Maybe stretching the knee away from you as you get to the bottom of the stretch to really feel it down the whole side of the body. We're going to do a wide leg twist this morning, so I'm going to come this way to show you what that looks like and also make sure I don't kick anything. So we start off with our legs straight up in the sky and we take our arms out to the sides. So really grounding down through the shoulders and through the arms. We want to try and keep our head, our shoulders and our arms intact with the floor. Open the legs until you're in the widest straddle that your hips allow. Then we'll take our legs over towards the left, keeping the straddle as wide as you can until the bottom leg touches the ground. Then we'll take the top leg over to meet it, trying to stretch it past the other foot, keeping the shoulders grounded. Then take the legs back into your wide straddle, and when you can't straddle anymore, allow the leg to lift up off the floor. And then we move slowly over to the other side, really keeping the legs open until the leg drops down to the floor. Then you take the top leg down to meet it, really trying to ground down through those shoulders, maybe trying to stretch the toes past the bottom leg. Then come back up into straddle. And then we move back to the centre again. So everybody join me with legs straight up into the ceiling. Excellent. Arms down by the sides, so really ground down through the shoulders, ground down through the arms. So step 1, open the legs into straddle as wide as your hips will allow. Then take the legs over towards the left, keeping that straddle wide until the bottom leg touches the floor. Then allow the top leg to come down and meet it. Ground down through the shoulders, reach those toes away. Bring the top leg back up into the widest straddle you can do. And when you can't straddle anymore, allow the leg to lift up off the floor, moving over to the other side. Keeping the legs wide. When the bottom leg touches down, take the top leg down to meet it. Stretch out through the toes, but really ground down through the shoulders. Open the legs again into a straddle. When you can't straddle anymore, allow the bottom leg to come up off the floor. Moving to the other side. The right leg or the left leg, depends which way you've gone. Bottom leg touches down and then the top leg comes down to meet it. Stretch the toes over, ground down through the shoulders. Lovely twist through the back. Open back up into straddle. When you can't straddle anymore, the bottom leg comes up. We'll do one more to each side. So, stretching over, bottom leg touches down, top leg comes down to meet it. Stretch the toes away. Then open back up into straddle. When you can't straddle anymore, let the bottom leg come up. And we'll go over to the other side. Bottom leg touches down, top leg comes over to meet it. And then back up into your straddle and back to center. Take both legs back together so the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Hug the knees into your chest. Right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, and circle through the hips. And then take those circles in the other direction. And then lay yourself out long on your yoga mat. Arms down by your sides, shoulders tucked underneath the torso. Take the legs out long. Let the feet fall open. Make sure the lower back is comfortable. And any lower back pain, you can always bring your feet to the floor and let the knees fall in constructive rest position. Whatever feels best for your body. Laying in Savasana. Knowing that you started the day with exercise, so that's you done. You can be smug for the rest of the day now that you've got your exercise over and done with. So just let the body relax in Savasana to really seal that exercise in for the day. And just take 10 deep breaths. On each inhale, taking the breath really deep into the body. And on each exhale, just feeling the waves of relaxation as you sigh out the breath and really release any stresses or tensions from the body. Wherever you are with counting your breaths, just let that go. And let's do 3 breaths together. A big inhale in through the nose, and then we'll sigh the exhale out. So a nice big inhale. Gently start to move the body, maybe rolling the head from side to side or wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe circling through your ankles and your wrists or making a bigger movement. Move your body in whatever way it wants to move this morning. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your side. Come up to seated. Thank you for making the effort to get up this morning and get on your mats and get a bit of a sweat on. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope to see you on your mats again soon. Namaste.